Welcome back to Champion Sons, everybody. It is bowl season as we finished our year 8-4 with a big win for the Golden Spittoon over Indiana, and now we are taking on Arizona State. This is not the Arizona State minus Sam Levitt and minus Cam Scattaboo because they are long gone. And this is a different type of team. Now we are 8-4 this season, looking to try to get our 9th win. Last year we went 3-9. Hopefully this year we can get the 9 in the win column. Arizona State 7-5 on the year, not the greatest year for them, but hey, both teams looking to end on a positive note. So welcome back to the channel if you are returning, and welcome to Champion Sons if you are new here to our college football content. Taking a look at Arizona State, seeing how their season went along. Starting out 2-1 with a loss to A&M, who finished in the top 10. Not really a bad start. Then you get into the Big 12 play, and that's where things kind of seem to take a little bit of a turn, essentially. They end up going, 5-3 since that point. So it's a little tough for them. Iowa State and Utah back-to-back losses, but then they did have a big win against West Virginia, or a loss against West Virginia. Then it was Tech, Baylor, Central Florida, and TCU, but their in-state rival Arizona got them in the bitter end there. So it was a rough start for them, essentially. In the conference play, and that can happen. If you look at who their quarterbacks are, Ezekiel Kumar, who led them, he is actually injured, so you will see Bruzon as the primary starter. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for him. And you can tell that's what's going to make this thing kind of a different type of team here, is because of something like that happening. So take it for what it is. Navi Bruzon versus Ezekiel Kumar definitely would be a different story. 24-7 for him. Obviously, he kind of got him in their positive light. Now, rushing game, that's not really going to impact who the quarterback is. Parker and Brown Jr., both of them, totaling a little over about 1,100 yards, but in touchdown-wise, you're talking 19 touchdowns between Wayshawn Parker and Jason Brown Jr. 19 on the ground. That's an impressive little number right there to have. So Kumar, who once again he's not playing, he counted for 3, but then Davis and Smoot would add 4 more. So you're looking at about 23 touchdowns from those that could be on the field. It's not the heftiest rushing game, but it obviously, once they get down into the red zone, you can tell the run game does take over. Through the passing game, it is going to be Noble Johnson leading the way with almost 1,000 yards, followed up by Spivey coming in right after him at 900 yards. Trey Spivey and Noble Johnson both have 8 touchdowns each. A.J. Yaw come in with 3 touchdowns and just under 900 yards, and then Stockton 7 touchdowns on 515 yards. So they have a lot of weapons through the pass game, but once again, I don't think, based off yardage and the number of receptions, you're looking at, I want to say, an offense that's fairly evenly split. It's just they don't have, I don't think they have the big game threat, the big play threat. Like, they can make them, but I don't think they have one who's going to be that consistent guy you got to watch out for. You just got to be careful of the consistency that they probably have in their pass game. But who knows with Bruzon as their quarterback what it is going to be. He obviously only really played 1 game. And we kind of saw how that figured out with the loss to Arizona. Now, Mikael Gardner does lead their defense with 7.5 sacks coming from up the middle, the defensive tackle. And that's kind of rare to see the defensive tackle have that big of a sack impact. But, looking at their line, both of their top sack getters, Mikael Gardner and Anderson, are total for 12.5 sacks between the 2 of them. And then from the linebacker point, you have Hughes and Zavala coming in with 3 each. So they do get pressure. And what does that pressure lead to? Turnovers. And that's where, you start to see Johnson, Plas Johnson. I was going to say Johnson and Johnson too. But you see Plas Johnson and Chris Johnson coming up with 6 interceptions between the 2 of them. Wilson getting another 2. And then Van Dyke and Shaw adding to that total even more. So 10 interceptions on the season. It's not a whole lot. but it is enough that once pressure starts coming, it can definitely be disruptive, so we have to keep a watch on that as this game goes. So let's go ahead and jump into this game here as Arizona State will be starting the game with the ball, and Baskerville giving chase forces a throwaway as our coach starts to morph into something new on the sideline. That is going to be 2nd and 10 now. After that incomplete pass, good to see us getting pressure up the middle as well. Now they have the snap once more. Re-rush 4, and we're going to get to him. Kakai Burnett just pushed his blocker right back into him. And as soon as they took off, he ran right into Burnett's hands. And that's going to be a big-time sack here on the opening drive. Get that pressure started early. Look at that, just bull rush him right back into the quarterback, essentially. And that's what's going to give up that sack there. Now on 3rd and long, here we come at him once more. Brazon in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers set here. Has the snap in hand. Gave it plenty of time, but pressure finally got to him. I mean, it took us long enough, but we did finally get there. And that was going to go ahead and push him into forcing a punt. So now here we come later in the first quarter, still tied at 0, but Dunham says not for long as he takes that one. A good run down the left side there. He's got 41 yards so far in this game as we are halfway through the first quarter in a 0-0 ball game, finally making some space. So that was a big-time play here by our offense as we push that one through. 1st and 10 now for the Spartans offense. And you may be asking where our other running back is. He's been injured. I mean, Jamison Dunham has really stepped up, but wear and tear has taken out George Marshall. So it's been a tough go in that running game, but hey, we're filling in when we need to. After that short run, it is going to be 2nd and 7. We're at the 19-yard line inside the red zone here. Millie in the shotgun. Has the snap back. Blitz comes, drops off a screen pass to Dunham. He's got blockers in front of him, and he's going to be hit and brought down at the 11-yard line, just enough to get the first down. 1st and 10 Spartans now from the 11. And that means we can get a first down without getting a touchdown necessarily. So from the shotgun, Millie, 3 receivers set. Amel is in the slot right, has the snap. Blitz comes. Clean pocket, and he almost throws an interception. We picked up that blitz really well, and he tried to hit the quick turnaround guy, but the safety read that beautifully and almost took it back the other way. That's going to make it 2nd and 10. Billy claps his hands once more, has the snap. They rush 4, they're going to get back to him. They rushed only 4 on that one, and then the linebacker came in late, but by that point it was too late for us, and Millie's going to get dropped for the sack. So it is 3rd and 15. Now once again from the shotgun, Sun Devils rush 4, fires it out to the right side. He is going to hit Braylon Collier, but not a whole lot going on that. Gets him down to the 13-yard line. And that is going to make it 4th and 12 and force us into a field goal opportunity. As we get this one lined up, boot ball, and that one does go right down the middle. As we push that one through, that's going to give us a 3-0 lead here. I do like how they try to design it. Looks like the baseball stadium, but just the way everything's set up, they kind of missed the mark on that one. Either way, here we come back in the second quarter now of the Rate Bowl, leading 3-0, and that's when I say the baseball stadium. The Rate Bowl is played at the Arizona Diamondback Stadium. That's just they didn't really add that baseball stadium kind of feel to it. I wonder if they do for the Pinstripe Bowl and all that. I would like to think so, but don't know. 2nd and 2 now. He comes into this one, and that's going to be a run up the middle for not a whole lot of gain. Dunham with 7 carries for 44 yards so far, with his longest one, us seeing that long run earlier for 33. Now it's 3rd and 1 under center. Millie's got the snap, hands off to Dunham, hit, and he's going to be stood up, but we do get enough. Dunham kept the feet churning, and he got the 1.5 yards needed for the first down. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. Millie staying in the shotgun here, has the snap. Ray rush 4, fires over the middle, and he's going to hit Amel for about 7 yards. Zach Amel with the good catch, the freshman receiver stepping up big this season. Comes up with that one, 2nd and 3 from the 28-yard line. Now claps his hands once more, has the snap, hands it off to Loadhold up the middle. Loadhold opens it up, and he's going to get good yardage down to the 17-yard line. Getting about 10, 11 yards on that carry. So 1st and 10 now. Staying in the shotgun. 3 wide set once again. Has the snap back. Fires that one. Hits a Mel coming across at the 10. Fighting forward to the 5. And brought down there. As that's going to make it 1st and goal. He just couldn't break that last little tackle to get free and to punch that one in. So here early in the second, it is still 3-0, but we are knocking on the door, trying to make it a 1st and goal. From under center, I formation to the left. As the snap, hands off the middle up. Dunham breaks one tackle, and then is gang tackled on by the Sun Devil defense. And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. A hell of a job to still get to that 1-yard line. They were on him in a hurry. So 2nd and goal. Under center, power formation. Millie looks over the defense, has the snap back. Hands off Dunham. They stand him up. Oh, he handed it to Dunham right up the gut, and the defense just played that one better. And they're going to go ahead and bring him down for a loss of 1. So 3rd and goal from the 2. Millie under center, goal line formation, play action, fires out, and he's got Soro wide open. Touchdown Spartans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. The commonly forgotten fullback. He finds him wide open there in the flat, and that's an easy breezy, beautiful touchdown. As Millie dropped that one in, and that's going to give us now a 2-score lead here early in the second. Now a little later, here comes a Sun Devil offense. As they have a 1st and 10 from their own 42. Play action, fires that one across the middle, hits his receiver, makes the catch, still fighting forward, and they do get across the midfield stripe to the 49-yard line. Spivey with his first catch of the evening. 2nd and 1. Arizona State comes out in a shotgun. Has the snap once more, delayed handoff up the middle, nowhere to go on that one. Looked like Baskerville, Pretzloff, all of them started colliding in with Herzog on that tackle. Big old group effort there, 3rd and 2. It's an option keeper, and he had nowhere to go. As we bring him down behind the line, and that would force him to punt. 3rd and 2, option keeper is a no-go. So here we come back off the punt as we get sacked. That's what you want to do. You force them to go 3 and out, or force them to punt the ball to you. You want to get sacked immediately. Just make it a little bit more difficult. So now 2nd and 14. Has the snap in hand, drops off the screen pass to the load hole. He's got space in front of him. Load hole. Crosses the midfield stripe down the left side at the 40. Hit and brought down at about the 37-yard line. Great job on the screen pass and the run after the catch. Leading 10-0, trying to add more points on before the end of the first half here. Millie and the Spartans come out in a pistol formation. 2 tight ends to the right side. Nick Marsh wide left all by his lonesome. Has the snap, play action. Millie takes off up the middle, cuts to the left side, and throws it late, and thankfully he did. I mean, either way, thankfully he didn't turn it over. Let's just put it that way. So now it's 2nd and 10 following that incomplete pass. Millie, from the shotgun, claps his hands, has the snap back, quick throw to the left side, hits a Mel on the left out pattern, and Arizona State's coach is morphing into something goofy. And that makes it 1st and 10 Spartans. Big time play here for the freshman receiver and our junior quarterback. So now we're going to come out under center, 3 tight end set, Marsh wide left by himself, Dunham in the backfield. Millie looks over the defense. As the clock is ticking, has the snap, hands off to the right side. Dunham's got space around the corner, and he couldn't break free from the first tackler. He took additional tacklers to bring him down. He just could not break free from the first one, and that's going to make it a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4 as we approach the 2-minute timeout, and we can get this snap off before it hits if we so choose. 3, 2, 1, and we do. Hand that off to Dunham up the middle. Hole opens up, and he's hit and brought down after he gets the first down. So that will be the 2-minute timeout for us at that point. But we have 1st and 10 inside at the 15-yard line. Staying in the shotgun, 4 wide set. Meeks and Amel in the slot right. Load Holt in the backfield with Millie. He's got the snap in hand. Blitzer comes, rolls out to his right. Nowhere to go, and he throws that one away. Smart play there by Millie to just get rid of it. He's got 145 yards and a touchdown on 15 of 21 passing so far today. Bruzon for the Sun Devils, on the other hand, only has 40 yards. You can tell why it's 10-0. This time we hand off to Dunham up the middle. Big hole opens up, and he picks up 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2 Spartans as from the 8-yard line. Picked up 8 yards, and he got to the 8-yard line. You got to love it. As a timeout is finally called. Looks like the Sun Devils will call that one. That is their first timeout of the half. 1:40 remaining. 3rd and 2. Millie in a shotgun, 3 receiver set. Claps his hands, has the snap. In the pocket, fires it over. He's going to hit Collier, who makes the catch right at the line to gain, and that's going to be 1st down Spartans. They gave him a pretty good spot there at the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal now from the 3. ASU used their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining, 1:36 left in the 2nd quarter. Millie under center, 2 tight ends right. Has a snap, quick throw to the left side, goes for March, goes up and unable to come down with it. He threw that one up, and it looks like he actually had caught it, but the defender pushed him out on the leaping ball before he could actually land in bounds, so 2nd and goal. So now staying under center, 3 tight ends this time. Dunham in the backfield. Has the snap. Quick throw over the middle. Hits Marsh. Touchdown Spartans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. The defense brought the pressure, and we stood calm in the pocket, and Millie delivers a beautiful pass to Marsh. And that's going to extend our lead now to be 17-0 here at this point. So now coming back at us with under a minute to go is the Sun Devil offense. They're on a 3rd and 16. They fire that one deep to the right side. It's going to be intercepted by Bowman and coming right back at him at the 35-30. Stiff arming his way and brought down at about the 28-yard line. So just like that, on a 3rd down, we end up intercepting that one, putting the pressure on them. They throw it up, and that's a mistake you just can't have happen, but it's what you expect from a backup quarterback like Bruzon. So 1st and 10. We still have all 3 timeouts now. Keep that in mind, folks. We have all 3. Hand that off to Lodeholt, going right, cuts back up the middle, breaking tackles, and Lodeholt gets down to the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. So the clock will stop temporarily. Millie getting set, has the snap in hand. Rolls out to his right, looking for where to go. Fires out and over. Hits Marsh, takes it in. Touchdown Spartans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Deliver the ball to your playmakers and let them make plays. That's what you got to do, and that's what Millie does. As he hits Marsh on that one, it looked like he was hitting a little bit of an MJ type dance there. As that's going to give us now a 24-0 lead here, right here near the end of the first half. That was a big-time drive by this offense, and something that is really good to see that we can build on here in the coming future, this style of pushing the pace like we are right now. So far in this first half, 170 passing yards, 85 rushing yards, and 18 first downs. That is some impressive stat lines. We do lead 24-0. Granted, the Sun Devils have had their backup quarterback in, and granted, Millie drops back by about 15 yards every time he snaps the ball. But hey, you get that extra space, you're able to deliver the ball to players like Marsh and get into the end zone. So I'm not going to question his tactics at this point. So overall, a great game. You can see our defense is and has been swarming, and we're going to continue to do that in this game. So here we are starting out with the ball on our opening possession of the second half. Millie with the 2nd and 10 fires that one over. He's going to hit Meeks coming down the right side, cuts it back in. He's got blockers in front. Meeks gets dragged down from behind at the 35. What a great catch and run there by Thomas Meeks. Came up, coming across the field on that one, and Millie delivered a beautiful strike to him, and then he takes it the rest of that way. It's beautiful to see, especially from one of our younger receivers here, who I think is a guy we can really help build this program around with his capability. We got some young talent on the outside. It's good to see them being used that way. So that does make it 1st and 10 now, here after that big play from the 34-yard line. Millie's going to be under center, 3 receiver set. Looks over the defense, has the snap, hands off to Dunham, cuts it to the right side. Tries to cut back in, but he's going to be brought down. Still a good gain of about 7 yards down to the 27, about 27 and a half, 27-yard line. That's going to make it 2nd and 3. Now we're going to go 3 receivers left. Marsh and Meeks in the slot left. Has the slap. Has the snap. Quick throw on the Load Holt to play action. He's got a blocker in front of him. Load Holt takes it. Stiff arm in his way and did not want to come down, but he does finally get brought down at the 13-yard line. And that's going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Spartan offense as we continue to push the pace. And Millie's doing a great job of finding the open guy, not forcing that in. He is finding the open target, and that's good to see the quarterback start doing that. Now 1st and 10 from the 13. Quick throw over the middle. He's going to hit Dunham, who drops it. Ooh, hit him right in the hand, but he did get blasted. I'll give him that. He did get blasted, and he did drop that. So now it's 2nd and 10 from the 13. 3 receivers set from the shotgun once again. Millie claps his hands, has the snap. Handed off Dunham up the middle. He gets hit and brought down. Eventually, after about 4 Sun Devil defenders have to do it, but he does get brought down. That's going to be 81 yards on 17 carries so far this afternoon or this evening. A pretty decent showing for him since we're still early in the 3rd quarter. Now 3rd and 3. Millie has the snap, play action, rolls left, fires to Price, and he's going to walk it in. Touchdown Spartans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's going to make it 31-0 here early in the 3rd quarter. Colbin Price has come up big late in the back half of the season. He's really stepped up. In the front half, it seems like we were kind of missing him whenever we maybe could have thrown it to him, but this back half has really stepped up and really kind of done something for us. So now, following that touchdown, the Sun Devils have to respond, and that is not how you're going to do it, is by getting sacked, folks. Our defense stepping up, matching the pace of the offense. And that's complimentary football right there. All right, Gordon Dugans coming in. He's a freshman. He gets his first sack in this bowl game. Coming right off and just great job just bull rushing this guy. You know, that's all he did. He just bull rushed him, got him out of the way, and he got to the quarterback. So 2nd and 13 following that sack. As Brazan has the snap, play action, quick throw to the left side, hits his target down the left sideline. As we take his legs out from under him, Sage clodges with the tackle, and he looks like he's all amped up, but he does also appear to be hobbled and is going to have to go under the tent for observation. That's going to be 3rd and 6 now for our offense or for our defense following that stop. 3rd and 6 from their own 25. They clap their hand, have the snap, handoff going to the right side. Hole opens up, take him out, and he's going to be stopped shy. And they would be forced to punt because it would be foolish to go for it at that point, down 31-0. So 1st and 10, we fire that one off to Dunham on the left side, hit and brought down by multiple Sun Devil defenders after about a 6-yard gain on the pass route to the into the flat. That's going to make it 2nd and 6 from the 36-yard line. For 2nd and 4, we're going to come out in a shotgun formation. Everybody's kind of bunched in close to us. Load Holt in the backfield. Millie's got the snap. Blitz comes, scrambles to the right side, takes a little space in front of him, and he does get dragged down from behind, but not before he grabs a first down at the 29-yard line as he takes off for about 7 yards on that play. Now, we are in the 3rd quarter. We do lead 31-0. Unfortunately, I have seen teams like this come back from games. Anybody who can think of TCU coming back from, 31 down in the Alamo Bowl, take note of that one. So here we are, leading 31-0, trying to leave nothing to chance as we fire that one over the middle for Amell, and he holds on to it. Zach Amell, his 5th catch of the night, big-time play, one of the biggest catches of the game so far. To hold on to that, and that, oh my goodness, EA, you just had to, oh well, everybody saw that, you know what it was. I can't harp on that. Maybe an EA kind of thing, I guess, or game developer kind of thing. So 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, we lead 31-0. A score pretty much puts this thing done for. If we can pull it off a touchdown, as we have the snap, play action, rolls out to the right side, throws it up to Price, and he drops that one. He would drop, look at that, 47 to 280, 5 rushing yards, 119. They have 52 total yards to our 399. That's the kind of game we're looking at right now. So, second and goal. Hand that one off to Dunham up the middle, and he's going to pick up about a yard on that one. It's going to be third and goal now from the 8. So, third and goal from the 8. Pistol formation, 2 receivers left. Has the snap in hand. Pressure comes, and Millie's going to get sacked. Oh, man, the third sack for this Sun Devil defense on the evening. And that's going to force us to try to kick about a 35-yard field goal. Boot ball and right down the middle. Thank you very much. As we add 3 more points onto it. And really, I mean, at that stage, I think any score was going to be good enough for us. You know, and let's just face it, in reality, it was. You know, we put up 2 more touchdowns. We, with our backups in for most of the remainder of the second half, they did score 21 points, but it's just an overall a beatdown. And I think we're poised for the next season. That's what this game really was, to see who we got. I think we're going to be ready to bring in some guys, some dogs, if you will. But we are poised to do great things next year. Now let's take a look at how the playoffs did work out here. Texas will win the national championship the first year after we leave them. Ugh, that hurts. But, hey, they are national champions. They beat Notre Dame 48-28. They're in New Orleans. So this is an opportunity for us to build on, and I think we are going to be poised and ready to make waves in the next one. Next episode will be the off season. We're going to check out our recruiting, our schedule, and all that fun kind of jazz, guys. But that will, like I said, be in the next episode. So I will see y'all then. And as always, everybody, stay safe. And, well, y'all know how it goes from here, right? Later, y'all.